Everyone, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey, and I'm going to be doing the reading for you today. It is a general message, so take it as it resonates. If it doesn't, don't force it to fit. There's other readers and things on YouTube that I'm sure will resonate with you more at this time if this one doesn't. For those of you not familiar with me in the channel, I do use profanity and talk about adult things, so if that is not your thing or you have children around or just don't appreciate that kind of language or discussion, respectfully, I always give you the opportunity to sign off now because I never actually know where the conversation is going to go. Now, I know that the energies have been really crazy. I know that people are going through a lot of stuff and they just have a lot of questions, and the readings like this help people kind of stay on track with their positive energy, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. So to save time, I did pre-pull some cards from my Rumi deck, my Rumi Oracle, and my Oracle of the Mermaids. And then I picked an overall theme energy with my tarot, my vice versa tarot, just to kind of give everybody an idea on what's going on. So I'll show you guys real quick. I've got all the cards laid out there. All right. So we're going to go through these. This is, like I said, this is general guidance and stuff like that. So if the tarot resonates with you, then the guidance should make sense, right? Which is why I pulled each of the tarot cards. Now, I do have the astrology laid out right here. So I'll kind of be going over different aspects that are in the cosmos with it. So know your birth chart, guys. Make sure you know your sun sign. Everybody should know their sun sign. You can know your moon sign, your rising sign, where your Venus is, your Mars, your Jupiter, things like that. So you have an understanding of how these things affect your overall picture, right? How they affect the different areas of your life. Okay. So, with that said, we are going to start with Aries. Chiron is in Aries right now, and it's retrograding. All right, and it's no surprise because Aries is the wounded healer. It's a masculine energy. And for Aries, we did get the wounded warrior card with the Nine of Wands, which in this phase he's by himself, but in this phase he does have a feminine energy that's outreaching to him. And we got Honor the Masculine with the Oracle of the Mermaid cards. So this is truly Aries, about honoring your ability to take action in the right direction in order to undo damage that was done through fear manifestations or karmic cycles, right? Being in an unhealed state. Knowing that you have somebody in your present reality who is there for you, right? Who is extending a hand. And the fact that they're extending a hand and we got the all-encompassing hand is pretty crazy. All right, the synchronicities for Aries are kind of nuts. So if you have strong Aries placements, if your Mars is in Aries or something like that, outside of, sun signs, rising signs, moon signs, and everything else, strong Mars placements, Chiron is retrograding in Aries. Okay, so this is about being able to accept help in undoing things that were done that were not in the highest good. All right, this is respecting your manhood if you're a man, and respecting your inner masculine if you're a woman, and embracing the masculine divinity within you. Okay, respecting that everybody makes choices. Sometimes they're not the greatest, and that's okay. You live and you learn and you move on, and you don't make the same mistakes twice, right? You don't make the same mistakes twice. I did want to, and this is another reason why I pre-pulled the cards, because I did want to read a little bit from the Rumi Oracle, just because I love the messages in here. They each start with a poem and a channeled message from Rumi, and then, of course, Alana Fairchild's interpretation of the energy. But I did want to read the poems in these and just pull a couple of the sentences that I was guided to for you. Okay, so you get an idea of this energy This was the main, these were the main cards that I pulled first. Okay, so the rest of the cards came out synchronistically for each one of these Rumi cards. All right, so this is card number 20. For those of you unfamiliar with Tarot, 20 is a complete awakening cycle to the divine union within the self. Okay, this is the like the Judgment card. So the poem says, and I'll show you, it has a nice little poem here. Okay, it says, "You are the essence of my existence. Who am I? A mirror in your hand. Whatever you do, I will do. I am your irresistible reflection. With every breath, I feel my heart is beating with yours. In your joy, I am exuberant. In your sadness, I am in sorrow. If you are bitter, I become bitter. If you are grace, I become grace. My joy is when I'm bewildered in your beauty and taste the sweetness of love on your lips. If I pick a rose without you, it becomes a thorn in my hand. If I am the thorn, I become the rose in your hand." Rumi. The true essence of this card is about a situation or circumstance in your life that you may feel is somehow unable to be solved. This oracle comes with reassurance that there is nothing beyond the reach of the divine hand of grace. All can be solved. All can be resolved. There is always a higher, better, and more beautiful outcome possible. I ask for help this day in all ways through unconditional love and gratitude. You know, this hand, this outreaching hand, right, that we get. There is truly someone who is so connected with you on a soul level that despite all error and mistake, right, Chiron energy, despite all error and mistake, they're willing to find a solution. They're willing to see through it. They're willing to see past it. They're not throwing their hands up and saying this is not fixable and forget it. You know, this is someone who feels what you feel. When you're unhappy, they're unhappy. You know, when you're excited and happy with life, they're excited and happy with life. You know, this person is divinely connected to you, so no matter what happens, Aries, just know that there's someone out here who is willing to find solutions always, and it's never too dark. It's never too dark, right? Whatever you got yourself into, whatever it was, there's someone who immensely cares about you. Immensely cares about you. And it doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter how beat up from life you are, okay? It doesn't matter. There's someone here with a whole lot of love in their heart willing to extend a hand to you and find solution, right? They're willing to find solution, okay? Message for Aries. Really, we got the 20 and we got the 10, so major cycles closing, right? We got the 10 here and we got the 20 here. Major cycles closing, new ones potentially beginning, especially with the 9, right? With the 9, it's a cycle closing. You know, this old karmic stuff that was created can be resolved. Okay, so don't feel like you fucked up so bad that it can't be fixed, right? The Chiron, the wounded warrior energy, the wounded healer energy of Chiron and Aries, that it's retrograding. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, where there's a will, there's a way. You just have to be willing to take it, right? You have to be willing to take it. Chiron energy would have you believe that it's not possible, and this is really getting through that and over that at this time, knowing that there is a solution. Okay, there is a solution. Ego and pride aside, there's a solution. It's okay if your way seemed like a good way and your way didn't work. Like, that's okay. Be willing and open to accept new possibilities and new ways and new solutions, okay? All right. Moving into Taurus. Taurus, we got the 9 of Swords in the back face with contumacy, card number 32, which is all about deep divination and how all shells are unique unto themselves. No shell is exactly the same. And divine discontent with the 12. All right, divine discontent with the 12. So, all right, just put that book. Getting into Rumi for Taurus. All right, let me flip these cards over. All right, divine discontent. The poem's a little shorter. It says, winter falls upon us, so new spring can... Let me start that over. I said new. I was reading ahead of myself. Winter falls upon us, so spring can bring new growth. Cry the tears, allow the longing. Sadness brings surrender and a deep desire to be free. You know, after heartbreak, Taurus, the most precious thing that you can take in is divine fulfillment. You know, when you feel like nothing else will satisfy you, this is calling into your inner being to please restore you to your wholeness. Because we can't bear the missing pieces. So if we didn't break open, we wouldn't be able to find those pieces that were missing to begin with that allowed it to break. So the universe divinely discontents you in order to find your wholeness within the self. Right? New beginnings come from a balanced state, the 1 and the 2, which create the 3 as ascension energy. This is about, you know, the cry for your beloved and you know, I'm still waiting and I can't take it any longer. And the universe is like, yeah, but there's a reason why it's being divinely discontent, right? Why you're in this state of discontent. Don't misinterpret the pain and think that something is wrong. Okay? It says, don't misinterpret the pain and think that something is wrong. You're being surrounded by status and money that cannot understand why you should mourn. It is even more important that you allow yourself to do so. You know, if you want to break down and cry and let it out, then do that. You know, you're realizing that your heart is awakening to truth about what is unsettling for you. And holding it in and not letting it out, that deep, unique essence of self, right? Being able to read into your unique energy. It's not being afraid to begin something bigger. You know, it's not resisting, it's witnessing it. Don't dismiss it or try and cover it up. Let the discontent be the pathway to your divinity. Look beyond what is, what has been prized and treasured, and it is found to be plated and not the precious gold it was once esteemed to be. You know, don't be afraid to look at something that you had of high value before and realize that that high value item wasn't as high value as you thought, and that you were upset with it. And then realize later that maybe even though you wanted that, you know, 24 karat gold, whatever, and it was just gold plated, like, is it really that bad if you really did have something that was 24 karat gold plated and it was beautiful and the sentiment of it meant everything to you? You know, like, don't be upset by what you don't have. Truly find the deep value in what you had. Truly find the deep value in what you had. It doesn't have to be anything that it wasn't. It doesn't have to be anything that it wasn't. There's a reason why you were unhappy, and it comes from within the self, and it's because this demon was in the room. This shadow figure that you see is becoming a part of the walls. You know, this was the deep inner work that needed to get done. That was causing anxiety, this nightmare state that we get with the 9 of Swords. That's coming to an end, you know, that anxiety and being discontented, like maybe it would never come, maybe it would never stay, maybe they don't value me because I'm not 24 karat gold and I only feel gold plated. Yeah, but you're unique and you're beautiful and you hold sentiment and value of your own, you know? So don't get it twisted. If you're divinely discontented, either you're learning the value of something that wasn't valued the way it should have been before, or someone is learning your value when they didn't value you before, and it was because they had demons in the room that were becoming a part of their being. And this is the reversal of that. Being divinely discontented allows for healing. So Taurus, it's okay. It truly is. It's okay, whatever this is. We're ascending to higher levels, you know, starting that new beginning that's balanced, right, within the self. It's a balanced new state. And it's that ascension is balancing in others, right? Because we got the 12. We got the 12, numbers at the bottom. And we got the 32. And that's that 3 energy coming in to bring balance to another. So just know whatever it is in separation right now, if you're dealing with a love that's separated from you, we're clearing out the demons and they're starting to fade away. We're clearing out the 9 of Swords energy. This isn't the back face. This is the front face where it's a nightmare. And this is acknowledging what the demons in the room were and letting them start to dissipate, not become part of the walls anymore. All right. So Taurus, just know major healing is going on and it's okay. There's a reason why it's not there. If you're upset, feel it, release it, let it out, and just know that anything that is meant for you, truly at a deep level that is unique, is yours. And it's just a matter of time and healing and balance within the self, right? Don't worry about it. Gemini. We got the 6 of coin with homeland and sacred soul sister. Okay. Cards 37 and 44 and the 6. So let's get into this gem. Sacred soul sister. Read the Rumi poem for you. Alright, this is the Rumi poem. Sacred soul sister. When you are conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you are beyond consciousness, the moon rests in your arms. When you are conscious, the beloved moves out of reach. When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. When you are conscious, you are depressed like fall. When you are beyond consciousness, the winter cold feels like spring. All your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for instability until you become stable. Rumi. This card, the Soul Sister card, is about tuning into your other half, your opposite aspect. So Gemini, your polar opposite is Sagittarius. This is about letting go of the things that you fear losing in your conscious state in the immediate present, because what it's doing is causing you stress, it's causing you anxiety, it's causing you worry, it's causing you fear and fear of loss, right? And the universe is saying everything that you're afraid to lose, you have to lose it. Like, lose your mind. Lose your mind and think of the long term, because the short term is, it's not feeling good. It's not feeling good. And to let it go. Because when you let those things go that are holding you in place, that you're trying to draw blood from a stone, when you stop trying to draw blood from a stone, you realize that you let the stone go and you can actually get the flesh and blood partner that you want. You can actually pull in the things that you want and that you need, right? The 44 card Homeland is about the arrival and a journey ending, establishment and building and being settled. You know, when I saw this, it's like it's almost to the end. Gem, whatever you're dealing with, this thing or person that you've been giving and giving and giving and giving to, that you just don't fit in their world, or vice versa, they don't fit in yours. When you stop trying to force something to fit, you're closer to your happiness than you think. So let this be divine reassurance, Gemini, and guidance that sometimes it's the long-term picture that gets you to the end. The more you try and hold on to something that's not meant for you, because you're afraid of losing things, you're just keeping the things that you really want from coming in. All right, because this is something that's one way. This is giving or receiving. That's just one way. There's a giver and there's a taker, and it's just one way. And it's causing unhappiness. So the sooner you let it go, the sooner you can actually start receiving from the divine, which is the back face of this card. Right now, you're putting in a lot of energy to something that's not giving back to you. And you gotta let it go in order to receive love from the universe. Okay. You're almost there. I feel like the moment you let it go, you're going to be really surprised at what abundance starts coming in. Because the 3 to the 10, when you ascend out of your darkness, you get the 7, and divine miracle happens to close that cycle and complete it. And the 44, you've got major angelic support behind you. You've got stability coming in order to end these karmic loops that weren't good and start new ones that are. Okay. Gemini. All right, Cancer. Cancer, we got the World in the back face with Time and Tide. And Hand of Fatima. Card number 43. All right. Hand of Fatima. Read you the Rumi poem. All right, so here's the poem. Here we go. Boop. I can never leave you. Not for a moment, not for an hour. You are in everything I do. You are my everything. My drink is your sweetness. I move to your command. I am a surrendered prey in your hands, and you are my consuming lion. Your soul and my soul are truly one soul. I swear to our one soul, I long for no one but you. In the garden of your grace, I am only a germinating sprout. The crown of my blooming is the desire to be in your arms. Rumi. Cancer, whatever this is, or if you're cross-watching for someone with strong Cancer in their chart, this is your reassurance that you really are the only one that they want, or that they're only longing for one person. And they are growing, but they're not technically full bloom without you. All right. This is ascension and stability within to create divine miracle, which is the 7. With Time and Tide, there's a time and a place for everything. So they're just waiting. They're just waiting. They understand time. They understand this cycle is not closed. The World in the back face, even if it seems as though this person has turned their back on you or shut you out in their heart space, you're the only one that they see. You're the only one that they see. It doesn't matter if their back is turned. They know it's not finished. They know it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Really, the 18 with Tide and Time, it's like they know a new beginning is coming, and it's just a matter of with the 8 getting out of the infinite loop. But their hand is outreached. You're probably getting a lot of telepathic or dream communication with this person. I don't think you could disconnect from them if you tried. I don't think they could stop their love for you if they tried. You're their whole world, even if you're not necessarily there in the present. The window's there. The twin flame candles are here. Cancer is holding out. And they're being really honest with themselves. And they're like, you know what? If that's my truth, then that's my truth. And I'm going to live my truth. Even if that means I got to wait for the right time. For the right season. Which is crazy because Cancer right now, if you look at the astrology, we've got Estrella and North Node in Cancer. Estrella is all about not letting go of the divine destiny with North Node. Cancer knows like they know who their partner is. It's their whole world. Really, the card, I put it on its face up now. They know you're their whole world and they're not letting go of that. And they're just waiting. They're waiting for destiny and time to take its course. So that that never-ending cycle, it's never closed with this person, whoever you're in love with. It doesn't go away. Cancer knows who they're meant to be with. And so they're just waiting for the right time. They're just waiting for the right time and holding true to their love. Cancer. Okay. Let's see here. Getting into Leo. Getting into Leo. Overall theme is the Six of Swords and the Knight face. Alright, so Leo, this is about moving on, but knowing you probably need to move on, but haven't quite done it yet. We also get dreams. And Merciful Mother Jamal. Okay. Leo. Really, Leo got the dream card. So, you know what? Leo is actually, I know there's no planetary aspects right now, which means it's almost like a voided sign. There's no aspects in it. And Neptune's not that far off with Pisces energy across from it. So, I mean, there's a lot of aspects to Virgo going on, and it's just close by, and I feel like with all the energy there, it's maybe just lingering into Leo's energy. We had a lot of action in there that's moved forward, and so it's almost like Leo might be feeling this push forward, but not knowing quite what to do yet, right? Because the Six of Swords is in the night, so it's just thoughts, and it probably has a lot to do with what they're dreaming. Not just dreaming at night, but daydreaming about being in the dark void, right? You can see how dark, deep in the ocean that this is. You can see how dark this is on the card being in the night. And because Leo has no planetary placements or astral bodies in it right now, they are probably very deep into their void space, right? Very deep into the void space. So we get card number 44, the Merciful Mother Jamal. Let me read this for you. Little Rumi poem. Okay. It says, O sudden resurrection, O countless blessings, O blazing fire in the jungle of thoughts. Today you arrive with laughter to break open the jail. Leo, if you've been wanting to move on for a while from a situation that was stormy and full of struggle and doubt, and you're in total need of sanctuary and safe harbor, you've been dreaming about it, you've been thinking about it, you've been wanting to move on, you're getting the Mother of Mercy. She's your get out of jail free card. This is your breakout moment. This is your fireball in the sky. This is your raining miracle, right? This is the angels coming in to restabilize your reality. So just know whatever you've been thinking about and dreaming about and trying to get out of in that darkness, the light has come. The light is coming. All right, if you've been in your dark, heavy space for a hot minute, the light's coming. Okay, Mother Mercy is shining on you, Leo. All right. No more void space. No more dark void space. Big changes are coming. The 2 to the 3 balance within the self is ascending your consciousness into a loving vibration, more loving thoughts. I think you might have love on the brain and maybe just been in a really void of love situation for a hot minute, and Divine Mother is bringing in mercy like a comet. She's bringing in that radiant light energy. So Leo, divine reassurance for you. All right. Now Virgo. Virgo has a fuck ton of shit going on in the cosmos right now. It's Juno, Vulcan, Mars, the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and White Moon. Okay? White Moon is the good karma coming to you after all that crap hits, because it's literally at the front of it. Alright, and if things going in that direction, there's the betrayal, there's the big hammer of the big fuck you coming in, there's the Mars, which requires action that you need to do. It's the Sun right there. Mercury means it has to be with the integrity of the self, and it's conjunct with the heart space in order to get that good karma. So this is about really honoring the heart within the self and getting out of situations that were either toxic or unfulfilling or against your truth, right? Against your truth. And we did get some crazy shit. We got the Queen of Cups, right? Talking about protecting your self-love energy at 100. Protecting your self-love energy at 100. With Soul Cage, card number 24, and a new gown. Alright, this is letting your heart space pull you up out of the depths so that you could take the right actions. So that you could take the right actions. This is your divine feminine heart space, rescuing your mind and your ability to do in the highest. New gown is all about putting on new clothes. Taking off the old, tattered, worn self that you've been in. It's almost like Cinderella, knowing that even though you're wearing rags, you're worth a dress befitting of a princess, right? Or a prince, if you're a guy, right? So let me read to you a new gown. A new gown, Rumi poem. This is a longer poem. It starts here and continues. All right. A new gown. Here we go. Weary and consumed by longing, I was caressed by my beloved last night. My wounded soul was set free when I tasted the sweetness of love. My spirit was lifted at once, and I surrendered my life while overflowing with joy, and my vision was filled with light. Love said, "Don't feel so hopeless, my weary and gloomy one, for my generosity is beyond forgetting those devoted to me. See how boundless divine justice can be. Behold my immeasurable kindness." Love embraced my spirit, and all my doubts vanished at once. A new and glorious robe of honor was placed on my shoulders. Love offered me the power of new vision and the transforming touch of divine generosity, and placed the chalice of eternal wine in my hand. When you allow your heart space to rescue you and take actions in a self-loving direction, the chalice of wine that the divine gives, that allows you to become drunk on life, drunk on love of self, to enjoy everything that you're creating. The synchronicities are bomb. Virgo, this is about your heart setting you free when you love yourself the most, that you could truly enjoy the sweetness of life. Let your heart lead you in the right direction. Not love for another, but love of self, especially if it leads you to another that's aligned with it. Especially if it leads you to another that's aligned with it. Cards number 18 and 24. When you start a new beginning to end the karmic loops and close that cycle, you get the 24, which is a balanced self that creates stability and the vibration of unconditional love of self. When you end, right, Juno and Vulcan conjunct, when you end, truly end self-betrayal, and you allow yourself to take action in your light, because the sun is conjunct with Mars, when you allow yourself to take action in your light body, you reach the integrity of the self and are able to communicate from the heart space to create good karma, which is Mercury and Venus and White Moon conjunct in your sign. That's your way out of your soul cage. That's your rags to riches Cinderella story. From being heartbroken to being so filled with self-love that you manifest the best karmic partner possible. This is ending cycles of self-betrayal. Truly. Truly. It's about tapping into your truth and realizing those cycles, those dark Lilith cycles that weren't serving you. Where we feel the wounded heart space, like we're not good enough. And so we attract partners that are not good enough for our happiness, right? This is about truly moving forward and allowing yourself to receive love in the highest. Allowing yourself to become the prince or princess when you were the beggar on the street, the poor man or the poor woman. You know, this is about valuing your heart and your self-love above all else. Sitting on a throne of emerald, completely empowered in your heart space. Being in touch with the waters of the ocean, your depths. Truly. Truly. All right, Libra. Getting into Libra. There's nothing actually in Libra at this moment. Libra is also in void space, kind of like Leo, so they might have been in their darkness for quite a while. And it shows with the cards that came out. All right, but there's a new dawn coming because Libra is about to get a whole lot of action. Venus is moving in there, all kinds of Mercury's moving in there. All kinds of stuff is moving in to Libra. All right. So we got the Four of Wands in the back face, which is the new dawn of a partnership, a balanced self coming in, taking action. There's Aries energy on this card. You can see the ram horns there. You can see them better in this picture. So if they were dealing with wounded Chiron energy or had strong Mars in their chart, Libra is actually truly coming into a new dawn within a partnership in a balanced state within the self. It comes through being vulnerable, through opening the heart and allowing themselves to be tender, to come to the feminine's rescue, their heart space's rescue, to lift their heart from the depths and say, I will not let my heart drown. I will honor it. I will be vulnerable. This is card number 39. We've been getting a lot of 39 synchronicities lately. 39 is about the ascended self being able to close cycles in order to begin again on a new balanced footing. To ascend even further to the next step in the journey. To really ascend out of old cycles where the heart space was either damaged or discarded completely. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And maybe even coming to a feminine's rescue, right, if you're a Libra man. And it comes with the card, the fifth card, I surge on the uprising wave of love. I surge on the uprising wave of love. When Libra rescues their heart space and becomes vulnerable, especially if it's a twin flame partnership, truly, your power, it's going to be beyond anything you expected. It's going to be beyond anything you expected. So let me read this to you. Card number 5. Yeah. It's a little poem here. Life can be summed up in 3 counts. I was raw, I was cooked, and I was burned. Rumi. The greater forces of planetary movements affect all of us. We experience day and night through the interplay of Earth, Sun, and Moon. And this is a profound and obvious effect. The movements of the cosmos affect us deeply, body and soul. This is a karmic period, a time during which the movements of greater planetary bodies have impacted upon the Earth and humanity. And you are not an exception. This is understanding that when you're burned, sometimes you have to throw yourself into the ocean, right? When you're on fire, when you feel like your life is on fire, when you feel like your heart is drowning because you're in karmic cycles and your world is in flames, sometimes you have to dive deep into the ocean and put the fires out. This is about truly going from a situation where you got burned and healing through vulnerability in order to find the greatest love of all. You've completed the 3 cycles, and it's time for you to receive your highest good now and not stay in the oven. You don't need to stay in the oven and continue to get burned. You can leave that. You can leave the karmic cycles. You can take this energy that's moving forward into your sign, Mercury, Venus, the sun, it's all coming in this month. You've got the potential for something really, really beautiful. Really beautiful and really powerful. I hope you don't miss it. I hope you don't miss it. All right. Scorpio. We've got Palace and Scorpio. That's all that's in there. Palace. That's it. Pallas Athena. Which is the truth, it's wisdom, okay? It's strategy, it's logic, and it's in Scorpio, which means the depths of emotion, the deep healing, the sexual nature is the key. It's the key. Now we've got the 10 of Swords in the back face. This is the end of self-sabotaging behavior, realizing how you were eclipsing your own energy prior and how the universe kept stabbing you for it. And then we get fertility, potential for powerful creative energies. This is initiation energy. You're birthing something new in the reality. This is a new 8. All right, because with the 10 is a complete cycle, starting a new beginning. And so this new 8 is something new and it's very positive. And I think with the, I'm just being drawn to the crescent moon here. You intuitively know in your third eye what's going on. And then we get the 22, which is a self-mastery number. The master builder. This is the lion and the deer. This is the lion and the deer. So I'm going to read you the Rumi poem. Here we go. Here's your poem. And it says, when you enter the garden of the heart, you become fragrant like the rose. When you fly toward heaven, you become graceful like the angel. If you get burned like oil, you become brilliant. When you become thin like hair and yearning, your joy leads the way. You'll be the kingdom and the king. You'll be paradise and the guardian angel. You'll be infidelity and you'll be faith. You'll be the lion and you'll be the deer. You are the lion and the deer. You are bold, fierce, and vibrant, and you are silent, sweet, and gentle. If I should come to you in arrogance, you roar at me until my falsehood quakes in fear, so terrified it gives up the game and love's conquest happens yet again. If I should come to you in surrendered adoration, open to whatever you may wish, you are so gentle with me. Like a deer, you offer me nothing to fear or resist, so that I too become sweet and gentle, longing to submit to your tender administrations. So then, I do not fear my own errors, for even if I stumble into arrogance, I shall be made wiser by your magnificent roar and become humble. Even if I become weak, I shall draw succor, evoking the tenderness in you. Whatever is needed to keep me true to love, is what you give me. For you are the holy lion, proud and mighty, and the sweet deer, gentle as the mildest breezes of spring. This is knowing, Scorpio, that your scorpionic sting and your deep love, that is what this is. The lion in you that does not tolerate arrogance or ego or anything but the highest, deepest love of all, you will roar in its face. You will roar in its face. No, that is not aligned. And they love you for it, even if they don't like it. And they know that when they come to you in adoration and say, you know what, maybe you were right, that you're gentle and sweet and considerate like the deer. This is knowing how beautiful the way you love is, and that it's birthing something new and ending self-sabotaging behavior within you or someone else. But something new is birthing, Leo. An old cycle of self-sabotage is ending. Something new is being created, and you're going to need to truly tap into this energy fearlessly. Embrace that scorpionic nature, because it's what's going to keep you or your relationship afloat from here on out. Confirmation from the universe. All right. Old cycles are ending. All right, Sagittarius, we get the 10 of coins in the back face. This is the couple asking the divine, can we have it? Can we have the dream manifest? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. It comes out with Lemuria Returns, which is all about birthing a very highly spiritual, balanced connection from a place of balance within the self. Lemuria, if you read up on it, the people there didn't really resonate as masculine or feminine, as they were more integrated. They were higher consciousness, and they didn't look at masculine and feminine roles in society. They were very much connected in their oneness. They were an ascended light civilization, and that's what you're birthing. It comes out with the cosmic heart. It comes out with the cosmic heart. So Sagittarius, you are on your way. Let this be your confirmation. You are on your way to getting the dream and the reality from a very balanced state within, with gender neutral roles in your relationship. Knowing that, you know, there is no masculine role or feminine role, but only a balanced role within both people. And that's what creates the dream manifest. All right. So reading Cosmic Heart, card number 8. There's a little poem here. It says, I was dead, I became alive. I was tears, I became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything. I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion. I shine like Venus. Rumi. This, with all the noise and no truth, I was deaf and had heard not one true sound. So I believed in many things not worth believing in. And in the moment of my crisis that cracked my heart open, I was given a gift. Though I felt fear and confusion, a gift came to me more powerful than any temporary ailments. That gift was the ability to hear the sound hidden beneath all of life. I heard it, that sacred sound of the beating heart of the universal love. There is a time on the journey of love when the beloved is prepared to engage in more completely with the heart of the divine lover. The preparation will be a rich process, spiritually speaking. It may feel like being beaten, pummeled, simmered, and stirred in the pot of the divine master chef to become a sacred and savory meal fit for the most heavenly feasts. This is a courageous and bold process, one that will create the most delicious aromas in the soul. And yet it was the one that will likely take us right to the places we would rather avoid, places of confrontation with pain, but where the loss of its grip on our being no longer lets us quake and retreat from life in fear or uncertainty. Jupiter right now, Sag. Jupiter right now is retrograde, well, was retrograding, it's not anymore. It's direct, and it's on vertex and above vertex in Sag with Ceres, which is the heart chakra. Okay, right here. That Sag energy. Love and luck and light are on your side. The fact that Jupiter is above vertex means you're on the light side of it. Whatever dark shit you went through, you learned how to listen to the universe through it. And now you're manifesting miracles in your life from a divine union within the self. And the universe is saying, yup, you deserve the dream manifest. Absolutely do. You've been through enough. You've been through enough simmering and cooking and all that crap. You've been through enough. That infinite karmic loop, the 8, that sucked, is over. It's over. We get the 29 up here, which is the mastery number 11. A balanced self, closed cycles in order to complete the dream. You've tuned in. You've tuned into the universe, Sag. Congrats. You've got the big one coming. You've got the big one coming. Amen. Moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn, we got the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, which means you are no longer juggling 2 different realities. We got Imrama, which is a wonder voyage crossing deep waters, journey of the soul. It's card number 45. And Blood Angel, card number 7, which is miracle. Right, 7 is miracle. 4 is that angelic guidance and stability, creating great change with the 5 in order to close cycles. So you're ready for something completely new, ready for a completely fresh start, Capricorn. And with all of this energy in the cosmos, we've still got that Pluto, Saturn, South Node all retrograding in your chart right now. All right, we've still got all of that energy going on right here. All right, and the moon just passed through, just went into Aquarius. Okay, so no more juggling. Looking for a fresh start, looking for a new world, looking for a new reality, right? A whole new reality. And this could be, it doesn't necessarily mean a whole new person. If you're looking at love, it could be that your person is a completely different person. You know, that they've completely healed over and it's a new reality, a new part of the journey that you're on with them. Okay, so take it how it resonates for you, but this is a brand new start. I'm going to read you the poem for Blood Angel. All right, card number 7. And it says, in the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me. Like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away, it captured me and flew back into infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon, as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. Rumi. It says, do you dare place a limit on how much life you can contain? I pour of myself into your heart and invite you to become nothing and everything with me. Let us be the sunrise that greets the new day and the sunset that honors the dying of the day in radiant glory. Let us be the angel of light arising from the darkness and the starburst in the awakening heart of a human beloved. Be the moon at the back of my heart and the sun at the front of my heart. Be wordless and wise. Let us have nothing, for we know for certain, and be content. Let us be all and let us be nothing. Just let us be. This is growth, expansion, more energy, more life force, and the divine electricity circulating through your system. Blood Angel is the light force, the life force of love. This is knowing that everything is nothing and nothing is everything. This is complete surrender, right? This is complete surrender in order to create miracle. Complete surrender, knowing that if you move forward and you stop juggling 2 different realities of head space and heart space and let them unify as one, you create a whole new world for yourself. That you don't have to be one thing, that you can be all things, and in all things you're nothing. And that nothing is sweet and it's beautiful because there's no expectations on nothing. It's kind of like that oxymoronic paradox. But it's a whole new world opening up when you take limits off yourself. Yeah, the oracle brings a particular blessing of well-being and vitality. If you've been tired, it's a time to engage in new projects or practices that will stretch and challenge you. Blood Angel brings you the blessing of whatever energy is required to expand your life and where it's leading you. What the divine is instilled within your heart shall be financed with life force energy so it may be brought to your fulfillment. This is the sacred contract of human life. The journey shall be taken by the soul, and there will be challenges, and yet what is required for divine fulfillment will always be available. This is about trusting in the unknown. Opening a door where there once was none. And giving yourself the life force energy to create it in the highest. You know, with Saturn and Pluto retrograding and South Node retrograding in Capricorn like they've been, this is the undoing of all those old cycles. Yeah, this is the Capricorn reading. Yeah, this is Capricorn. Yeah, this is the undoing of all karmic cycles. Don't tell yourself that you're too small for what's happening with your soul and in your life, or holding on when it's time to let go. It may not be easy, but you will gain more trust in the divine and in life. And the great power and heavenly play can and will flow through your soul and into the world. This is about going off on your own, in your own new direction. Because this is why your soul is divinely here. This isn't about juggling realities of what we want and what we need. This is about going for the ship that says you don't want or need anything. You just need to trust me. You need to turn around and trust me and see what's coming. Stop juggling things. Yeah. Capricorn. All right. So Aquarius. Aquarius, we've got... You're not insane. Nobody's insane. They just see things differently. Crazy is a word people use to describe things they don't understand. So, Aquarius. We got the Hanged Man. Energy field adjustment or a cleansing. And let love transform. Card number 14. All right. So let me read you Rumi's poem. All right, here we go. Let love transform. The spring of love arrives to transform the dust into a garden. The call is heard from the heavens to bid the wings of soul to fly. The sea becomes filled with pearls. The dry land receives the water of life. The stone becomes a ruby, and the body becomes all soul. Rumi. Really, when spring arrives to transform the dust into a garden, you know, after winter, there is nothing there but earth. And so when spring comes, spring's love comes, you get a garden in what used to be the dust. The call is heard from the heaven and bid the wings of the soul to fly. When you get the divine guidance, you act. This is Aquarius energy. The sea becomes filled with pearls, and the dry land receives the water of life. And a stone becomes a ruby, and the body becomes all soul. Love is your medicine, intelligent medicine. And it takes death and makes it a passageway into greater life. What genius is this? A genius that will render anything and everything as a pathway to life. There is no time for sitting, unless it is a love seat that sits under the gentle shade of the ancient tree and thrives in love's garden. Really, this is totally optimistic, Aquarius. This is knowing, and it reiterates what was going on in your September reading, keeping your energy clear, letting love, self-love transform your space. If it's not in alignment, let it be dead for the moment, because love will transform it and bring it back to life and into spring. The Hanged Man is your awareness of this, that your energy is key. That no matter what you're doing, as long as you're in clear and solid, stable energy, it's transforming all situations in an instant. In an instant. Doesn't matter who's a negative vibe around you. As long as you're centered and you're in your self-love, you're good. You're good. The moon right now at this moment is in Aquarius. It's right here. So you can see it there. Just passed through Capricorn's energy, so you've been probably going through some really heavy shit. Divine order of things in the 3D. Just know, Aquarius, whatever you're doing, as long as you're staying aligned, you're good. And you'll truly, truly, truly transform all the situations into your favor, right? Because people will rise to meet you. You're not sinking to their vibration and their understanding of what's going on. You're just simply staying elevated in your own awareness and your own love and transforming the reality around you to meet you. To meet you where you are. You're helping other people Enlighten. As you stay enlightened, as you stay within your own confident energy in your heart space. All right, Aqua. And Pisces. So Pisces, we have the Ace of Cups in the shadow, which means new love is coming in, or someone's thinking about making an offer to the goddess, but hasn't quite done it yet. We get Sanctuary, which is knowing that your privacy is valuable, that you have an inviolable personal space, and that you have to respect boundaries and taboos. This is also card number 28. Balance in the self ends karmic cycles to create the 10, which is the close and the beginning. This is about retreating inward. This is about retreating inward and disconnecting from things that are violating your energy. Straight up. You got to go within and do some soul searching, especially when it comes to love. Okay? Because if you're thinking about it and you're not clear, it's because you have to detach yourself from other static energies and you just kind of need to be in your own space. It's like that meme, like, get the fuck out my face while I balance these energies. Like, energy works on all positive, love, and light and fucking rainbows. It's like, get the fuck out my face while I balance these energies. And we get Alusa, the Star of Venus, card number 26. That balance, right? That balance within the self, the two, creates that unconditional loving vibration, which starts a new 8. A new infinite cycle that's positive. So let me read you this. Because I love this card. I do. I love this card. Its meaning is beautiful. I'm going to read you the poem right here. Okay. It says, I am the pure light, my son. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am a regal pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I'm a carefree visitor here for you. Rumi. Beautiful one, born of pure radiance, you have love in your heart and a passion for play that cannot be dulled by bleakness, boredom, and fear. Your soul is sensual and dances with life with utter abandonment and devotion. Though the ways of this world seem strange to you at times, you eventually declare it to be nothing but strange beauty and expand your heart, resisting nothing, to allow all to be bathed in the radiance of your being. You are here to share the light of another world, a blessed world of consciousness that's pure, and divinity so absolute that it transcends duality and instead brings all into the oneness of the greatest love. The star of Venus is the great androgyny, neither solely masculine nor feminine, but an integration of both. The power it bestows is mighty and based in utter love. When this star seeks us out, multiple blessings are bestowed, and our spiritual growth can be accelerated in ways that can be quite dazzling and surprising to our more limited mindset and belief systems. Great growth is possible, and great blessings come. However, the blessings don't do the growth for us, making it magically happen. They give us the oomph we need and the power and the opportunities to assist us on the journey. You know, when you do go within, Pisces, when you do go within and you do balance the self, your inner masculine and feminine aspects within to resonate at a true vibration, a true output of energy, a true frequency, you manifest opportunity. And that opportunity becomes miracle. And that miracle becomes your greatest growth and your greatest radiance. And sometimes you just have to go within to find it. Be selfish with your energy and isolate yourself so that you can get clear on your thoughts without the peanut gallery around you, so that you can make moves in the right direction. So that you can make moves in the right direction and not be afraid to move towards it. Any decision you make out of oneness creates miracles and blessings you can't even imagine in your life. From what seemed like nothing to what seemed like nothing but dust. So truly, Pisces, take the time to isolate yourself a little bit and be in your own space when it comes to your thoughts and your thinking. Because you've got a lot going for you. And I think you just need a little clear time to think, to figure out exactly what's worth keeping in your life, what's worth letting go of in your life, what's worth moving towards in life. Okay? Divine reassurance, Pisces, blessings are coming. Blessings are coming. So I hope this energy check-in is the help everybody kind of just needed right now. The reassurance or the advice that everybody needed to move forward in their path at this time. I'm going to rewatch it and make sure I have all the timestamps in there for you guys so that you can go back and, you know, rewatch all your different placements and things like that and how it pertains to the different areas of your life. And know that everything comes at the right time and in the right alignment. And there's a lot of good things coming out of this energy. There's a lot of good things. There is. You know, Pisces right now has Lilith, Fortune's door, and Neptune retrograding in it. And so we're really seeing the truth when we go within and take the time to separate ourselves. We really do see how our own broken hearts and histories of being abandoned, or histories of being told that we're this or we're that, or our darkness is too much, and, you know, really understanding the truth behind all the illusion and opening up a door. That's Fortune's door right there. And your sign, Pisces. So take the time to go into solitude and hash out your dark spaces in the heart and discern the truth from illusion. Any judgments that other people have put on you over the years or over relationships and courses and things like that, just understand it's just because they didn't know you. They didn't know how to speak your language. They didn't know how to appreciate what you bring to the table and your uniqueness. And really get back into yourself and love and appreciate all the unique that you are and what you bring. And know that when you make the offer of self to the right person at the right time, it'll be totally worth. Okay? I love you guys. I love all you guys. I'll see you again soon. And until next time, love each other and love yourselves. Good night.